Hey, teleportation circle. That'll be nice. But okay. I suppose it doesn't really matter where I place some of these buildings. I mean, barracks. Those allow recruitment of provide weekly recruitment growth for conscripts, footmen, spearmen, convicts, champions, and shield bearers. Interesting. I suppose I'd want that in Dresden too. Not really, as long as I get the adjacent bonus. Hamlet a sword. Oh. I'm pretty sure I'd want that. So I need 1, 2 more. So but I'm not necessarily going to go ahead and waste my money. What is this? Okay. Upon hearing that what's an adept theologian had to say, the sectarian spoke with the clergy and reached a certain consensus. They agreed to be more discreet. After all, the end of the world is coming either way, so there is no reason to quarrel on its brink. Okay. Okay. Oh, why do I have to learn a whole new map system? Oh, this is actually my least favorite thing in Kingmaker. But hey. Well, it's okay. Material points 41. Okay. Energy points +4 a day. That's actually oh boy. This is going to get oh, that just goes to outside, huh? Okay, where's that diamond dust? Holy crap, really? I actually have a crap ton of diamond dust in my pouch. I had no idea about that.
Darren, I can't understand why blood makes some mortals better than others. What do a person's origins have to do with their worth?
Some people's ancestors simply had sharper elbows and better luck than others. And they codified a system whereby they and their descendants would rule over everyone else. Not that I'm complaining, of course.
Before you stand a tall, fit man whose dark hair is already tinged with gray. He greets you with a brisk military salute. My name is Captain Silken. I command the vanguard of a mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We've come from Andoran to assist you. I want to know more about your unit. The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognized as one of the finest Andoran mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers eager to get involved in the dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. Why'd you join up with us? Queen Galfrey paid for our service. But please do not think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of Andoran, so the ideals of equality and resisting enslavement ring true in our hearts. We will be glad to stand in the way of demons who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Nerosian, but the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I may add, was put under your command. I want to know more about you, Captain Selkand. I don't know what to say. I'm a soldier, a bit of an explorer, and just an all-around honest man. Get on with your duties. Yes, sir. Glad to be under your command. Captain salutes you again, smiles, and adds in softer voice. It'll be an honor to serve with you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'd be happy to lend an ear. Airbus said that we're under threat from demons with unusual abilities. Like the Nabasu that attacked your army at the Lost Chapel. They're very powerful and they're growing in number. You haven't found out where they're coming from, have you? Arishale looks around shyly and continues, lowering her voice as if entrusting you with a personal secret. I'm not sure, but I think I've had a lead. I know where to find someone who can lead us to the source of their power. Who are you talking about? A hag by the name of Jarunica. She used to live here before the fall of Sarkoris, but when the demons invaded this world, she happily took their side. The old cannibal knows many secrets. You just have to make her talk. Does this Jarunica also have special powers? Her, I doubt it, but still be careful. She's very old, very sly creature, and she's incredibly dangerous. Where can I find her? This place is called the Green Gates. I'll show you how to get there. Long ago, before the World Wound, there was a Sarkorian fortress there. Then Crusaders built a small chapel, but for many, many years the place has been home to nothing but abomination and squalor. How did you find out about this? Ursula quickly looks at the faces of those present and seems to curl in on herself. Quietly, almost whispering, she says, "That is a long story. I will tell you when we get there, all right? Thanks for the tip. Happy to help. It's just..." She looks around cautiously again and lowers her voice. "You won't go with her or without me, will you? I want to personally make sure this monster doesn't escape you." Good day, your commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the Next Door Theater. We're still working on our piece about your heroism. We have even taken on a few new crew members. We now have a master of stage equipment and a scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina. Tina, say hello to this commander. Say hello to this commandership. We are faced with another dilemma. We simply can't decide on this climactic moment for the act that's all about the Battle of Dresden. Here, you listen to the options. Hold her scroll up before her. Option 1, the commander. So that's you. So that's you. Launches himself out of a catapult and smashes down the fortress wall, allowing the armies to rush inside. Option 2, the commander. That's you again. Masquerades as a succubus and creeps into Dresden in disguise, and then opens the gates to the Crusader. Option 3. The commander rides the attack on an enormous mountain goat, or should we call it a battering ram, and it breaks down the city gates. Well, what do you say? The cross-dressing as a succubus version is the best one, surely. Yes, it sort of makes it a performance within a performance. Theater in the theater. A double entender and a double intender. I think I misspoke. Thank you for the inspiration, your commandership. Oh, this ought to be good. They're gonna Grandma, Gredlin, and her entourage move away, but their voices project so well that you can easily hear the rest of their conversation. What do you think? Maybe we can somehow add a catapult to the succubus plot. Maybe the commander can use a catapult to fly out of Dresden once he's completed his mission. What? So did you get the role of the commander is being played by a cyclops? How are we gonna launch Lampkin out of a catapult? Where are we gonna find a catapult that won't just break under his weight? Calm yourself, Tina. It's just a minor snag. We can't achieve success without a few difficulties along the way. I hope we get to see this. This sounds hilarious. We'll think of something. You'll see. Lady Kanomi. A sharp-looking kitsune gives you a quick, business-like bow. Commander, the matters before us are urgent, so let us not stand on ceremony. I am Lady Kanomi, the official attaché of Nersian. Here are my credentials. He presents a scroll adorned with Galfrey's seal. Her Majesty instructed me to lead your headquarters diplomatic council. Honestly, I was surprised when Lady Kanomi asked me to join this council, but I will do my best to fulfill the shoes of a trained diplomat. Yeah, strange. I got invited to the council too. I'm sure foreign ambassadors will be thrilled to see my face and my manners. Lady Kanomi, you haven't mistaken me for some other Crusader Lan, have you? I, like many nobles, have been trained in diplomacy, and in fact, I hold the title of Royal Emissary. It is passed down the Arendelle line. I must say that prior to this day, I employed my diplomatic skills solely to undermine Mendev's international reputation. It is time to break that habit. I imagine preventing international scandals will be just as interesting as causing them. Who knows? I might even enjoy it. What's the Diplomatic Council and why do you need it? To solve matters of politics, of course. The Crusade is more than just battles and sieges. This is the largest military project in all of Aveston, funded by the treasures of more than a dozen major powers, and each one of those powers, in addition to seeking victory over the demons, also pursues its own goals. I'm talking so much, I'm afraid I'm gonna bite the besides my tongue. Wow. The diplomatic council will manage this tangle of political interest and prevent the crusade from losing the favor of influential benefactors. And while we're at it, ensure that Nerasian remains satisfied with the state of affairs. After all, for the last 100 years, the entirety of Mendevian politics has revolved around the crusades in some shape or form. That is why the capital has sent me here to observe, offer suggestions, and keep the diplomatic situation under control. I see, you've been sent to keep an eye on me. Whatever gave you that idea, Commander? I'm not an overseer. I'm your loyal advisor. I do not intend to meddle in the way you run things. Just consult with you in cases where the price of air is too high. Put your trust in me, and we'll get along swimmingly. After all, none of us here want to see Helix and Drumma at each other's throats, trying to settle the dispute by using their influence on us as political leverage. My tongue feels like it's swelling. That's not good. Shouldn't be this, because I drank this before and it hasn't happened before. Hopefully it's not like an allergic reaction. Maybe it's because I'm just talking so much that my tongue is just, my lips and tongue are just moving so much that they're getting a great workout. Because I don't think I really, because of my actual profession, I don't talk very much at all. And again, for the past week, I've actually been doing non-stop talking through most of this game. For actually for about half the game so far. Wow. I think about it, yeah. And I doubt you would like it. Okay. And I doubt you would like it if we made enemies in the ranks of Nerasian nobility who would attempt to undermine your war effort. This won't happen as long as you trust my experience. Tell me about the Royal Council. What is it? The Royal Council, operating under Her Majesty, is the highest governing body in Mendev, and it comprises her most able and trusted servants. It is responsible for day-to-day matters of a state. They are the hands and the voice of the Queen. The Council has gathered people from all walks of life. Some of them are nobles, but many more are citizens of humble origins who earned their positions through their weight. Many are rich, but a fair number of them are of former humble means. Some are pious and pure of heart, like Lord Inquisitor Kasori and Captain Jaspar of the Crusader Heralds. Others are more flexible and ambitious, but each of them faithfully serves Mendev's cause. I have a question about the composition of the council. Do you find someone's presence surprising? So Sail has never had to deal with diplomatic concerns before. That won't be a problem. My homeland, Tianxia, inviting clerics and paladins of Shellen, the lady of Chrysanthemum, to take part in diplomatic missions is a common practice. They may not be politicians, but they are perceptive, advocate peace, and favor balanced solutions. I'm flattered by the respect that the worshippers of my goddess receive in Lady Konomi's homeland. I won't let you down, Z, and I'll make every effort to prevent our friends from becoming our enemies. Why did you want Darren? Why? Because of Count Arande's influence, naturally. He's a Mendevian aristocrat, and the nobility will be inclined to listen to his opinion, and by ensuring the support of the nobles, we'll find ourselves powerful allies. I mean, she's not wrong. Oh, believe me, Lady Konomi, I will exert all my effort and influence to make this council's job exciting. why did you choose Lan to join the council? We diplomats call this little trick a mysterious Gurundi prince. During negotiations, it's always useful to have on your side a representative of some obscure but potentially populous and powerful nation. Without knowing what they're up against and how many Mongols there are, our diplomatic partners will have to contend with this dark horse. Okay. So, Mr. Lan will be our Mongol prince. If we're negotiating with foreign ambassadors and I make this sign, Lady Konami crosses her fingers in an intricate gesture, you immediately start talking about how offensive their proposition is to the Mongol people. And do we have a deal, Mr. Lan? Lan scoffs and glowers at Lady Konami. I suspected that the word diplomat was a synonymous with fraud, but I thought you would be deceiving me, not deceiving others with my help. No, that's not an option. I can represent the Mongols in negotiations, but I'm not going to lie through my teeth. Tell me about yourself, Lady Konami. Who are you? Lady Konami lowers her eyes in a show of modesty. It's unbecoming of a diplomat to talk about themselves at length, but how am I to refuse you? I come from Tian Xia, from the noble Kitsune. Noble Kitsune? Like any Kitsune, I have always been curious to a fault, and my adventures brought me to Aveston, and here in your lands I met my first and true love, politics. I served as a diplomat in the courts of 6 different sovereigns, but working for Her Majesty turned out to be the most interesting of all. Such riveting webs of intrigues and interests are spun around the Crusade and the World Wound. Everything is clear to me now. What's on the Council's agenda today? I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Norisian is pleased with your progress. Some believe that, to use their words, you are out of control and fancy yourself an independent leader. I mean, she's not wrong. It wouldn't surprise me if you encountered supply disruptions in the near future. I would suggest quelling their anger. Show the capital you haven't forgotten about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honor of Her Majesty. If we need to demonstrate that we're keeping Neresian in mind, why don't we invite the capital's High Priest of Dresden for a religious festival? It'll be appropriate, and the church's support will shield us from the accusations of schemers. Pander to the naysayers. I think not. I propose we hold a parade in your honor. This is your victory, and if Cousin Galfrey wants to show off in front of the soldiers, she's welcome to capture something of her own. Are they out of their mind? We got a whole Dresden full of soldiers who need medicine, food, and weapons. Until everyone has been taken care of, we can't waste a single coin on pointless celebrations. What did I do to incur Neresian's discontent? You were too good. What? You reclaimed Canopus, you won the Battle of Dresden, you're a menace to the World Wound, your authority grows, and the influence of the Queen's confidence diminishes. This creates the impression that there's only enough space for you at the top. The members of the Royal Council are afraid that you will muscle them out of the political arena altogether. Holy cow! That sounds great if we were the evil Rodden. After all, if you're doing so well, maybe Her Majesty doesn't need them that much. Therefore, they might try to discredit you, impede your war effort, reduce the scale of your victories, make some concessions, and they'll see that you're open to negotiations. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Lady Konami gives you a look of surprise. Whatever for? Aren't the wishes of the capital obvious enough? Although, very well, let's hear their counsel. How does inviting the High Priest to a festival help us? Without a doubt, we should remain loyal to the Queen and respect her hierarchy. But that doesn't mean we have to kowtow to the royal council whenever they ask. I think we should neither do their bidding nor seek to quarrel with them. Rather, we should try to take the middle path. The High Priest of Neurosian is a powerful figure, yet he's not a schemer or a politician. By inviting him to the festival, we'll both show that we're not cutting ties with Neurosian and let them know that we have influential friends and are not about to buckle under the royal council. Darren, what's the point about taunting the capital by throwing a parade in my honor? There's a fine line between taunting and setting boundaries, and between showing respect and putting on a collar. Mind you, I'm not suggesting anything treasonous or disrespectful. A parade in honor of the true hero of Dresden and Canobras. What could be more natural than that? Besides, a healthy amount of disobedience guarantees that people won't pester you with lectures and nonsense as often. A dozen tutors responsible for my upbringing can attest to that. Huh. Provoking the capital would be unwise. We're trying to avoid unpleasant consequences, not expedite them. I'm sure that was merely an extravagant jest on the Count's part. Lon, do you think ignoring the capital's worries is a good idea? And what are they going to do about it? We're the ones protecting them from the demons, not the other way around. Having loyalties from the capital is great. There are more important things, like having the loyalty of our own soldiers. When the demons come, what do? Shake our fists and say we've got powerful friends in Neurosian? Why, that's true. Who needs to stay friends with those who supply you with provisions, recruits, and weapons? And there's certainly no reason to fear the base jealousy and envy at the sight of your glory might get the better of their common sense, because that has never happened before. Well, what good will a parade in Her Majesty's honor do? It'll be symbolic and affordable. Show them how much you respect and value Her Majesty. Make a courtesy to those who pay for your arrows, swords, and bread. The Royal Council has power. You wouldn't want to turn those patrons into adversaries and test whose influence is greater, yours or theirs. Please them, and they will stop worrying about your loyalty. You'll be able to focus on your war. So let me get this straight. Hiding behind our backs and buying their safety from the demon invasion with bread and other people's lives is a new form of charity? Are you sure we shouldn't go to them, drop to our knees, and thank them for allowing us to die in this war? Wow. Let me look at those sales again. Energy points income by 20%, minus points income reduces. The cost of mercenary units reduces by 7.5%. Material points income reduces. Ugh. I like what Sosel says, but I also like what Lady Konomi says.